Well, certainly his birthday's 9 days before mine, so when I was still working, I used to think, oh, wouldn't it be fun to have a party that was just all about his movies? I could have my own little Kevin Costner film fest. But, of course, I was too busy when I was working. And then when I retired, I decided, hey, dead of winter, maybe people will come out to a party, and I'll just call it a film fest. And then I ended up having it, I think I started out with a 3-day festival. And, yeah, and I decided to hold it between our 2 birthdays. Okay, the first time I ever saw Kevin's face was in the movie No Way Out. I was going on a blind date, and we thought it was a Gene Hackman movie. We didn't know who these other people were. And within 10 or 15 minutes of the movie beginning, I found myself leaning forward. And in fact, I never remember sitting back. And I just thought, what is it about that face well, it turned out he reminded me of the person I had just broken up with and was finally starting to date again. And, it was just love at first sight, I suppose. And, I was still so broken up by the breakup that I thought, it's going to be more socially acceptable to drool over an actor than be mooning over this person. And the fact that he knew I had this infatuation about Kevin Costner made me realize that every time he heard Kevin's name, a new movie came out or was in the news for something, that he would think of me. So I know his face because I've drawn it many times, and I said he's got this one lovely little freckle above his eye. Sorry, I can't help it. I just find he has a very interesting face. I do. Oh, yes, I do. In Bull Durham, when Susan Sarandon says, well, what do you believe in that? Well, my goodness, him. Please stop me, put me on. But he's got a real sense of what's fair and just and good and the right thing to do. Even if it isn't, I don't always agree with what he chooses, but I know he really believes in that, and I believe in the things I believe in, so I think that he's like a really good role model. And so that's maybe why this has lasted, because he's steadfast and true like a hero. You are making me say things I've never said before. Okay, so I kind of met him. Oh my goodness. I did everything I swore I wouldn't do because I figured this is the kind of fan that makes him seem like he's other than just a regular human being. So I didn't want an autograph, I didn't want a handshake, but I looked up from the foot of the stage, he's really tall, and saw his eyes looking back at me, and I said, oh my God, he's looking at me. He gets this look on his face. Well, I was mortified at myself because I said something like this, so inane. He looked at me like I was some kind of stalker. So moves on to the next person. You know who the good guy is in a movie, and I've heard Kevin say that, but you know who you root for in a movie, but he seemed real, like he wasn't some like Superman kind of thing. He was a real hero, I guess is what I would say. I've never said that out loud before. There are great people in the world, and we watch TV and we only see the negative stuff all the time, and they're behind the scenes not looking for glory and all of that, even though he likes to perform, obviously. There is this really good human being in the world, and if there's one of them, there's got to be more.